We are back after that little short break. We're still waiting on one game to wrap up. That is the Charlie versus Mike game, and it looks like that one actually has ended. So, joining us here on the stream is going to be Mike Pistone. So, our top table is going to be Brian Fred versus Greg Shaw. I'm assuming that they're going to just scoop again. After that, we have Charlie Arlinson versus Kyle Kruger, Jeff Levine versus AJ Hatum, Justin Miyashiro versus Joe Olson, Logan versus Mike Kessling, Brad Reinhold versus Matt Scott, Adam Schellberg versus Matt Wadden. Any of those speak to you, Mike?
You did that kind of fast, Dan.
Okay, so I think, you know what? Let's go with table 4. Justin Miyashiro versus Joel's... Oh, wait, no, we saw Joe's light. No, we saw his dark. Yeah, we'll go with Justin Miyashiro versus Joe Olson.
That'll be a game.
So let me just get in touch with... And Jeremy is back with us, too. So we have Mike Pistone joining us, Jeremy DiPaolo, and myself. We're going to be doing the Joe Olson versus Justin Miyashiro. So this should be a play in your win game. I think this is a win in your end game for Joe. Same with Justin. Justin's on the cusp, so we'll see what happens. I believe he's 4-3.
Okay.
Winners in, losers out.
Yeah, whoever's loses is definitely out.
At the V point, but as you're going to see, that's just been broken the entire.
Do we know what this matchup is?
Joe's light, so, and then Justin Miyashiro dark. Justin, I think he's on Set Your Course.
Oh, okay. Kind of a different deck for Justin.
Yeah, he's more of a main type of a player.
I'd like to see Set Your Course picking up in popularity.
Oh, yeah, it's... Or it's Bring It Before Me. Yeah, looks like Bring It Before Me versus Old Allies. This should be a good one. Because if it's the Bring It Before Me that I think it is, that Justin's playing, this is going to be fun.
What's the third effect the Bring It Before Me was playing?
Security precautions.
I don't know about that. Are you sure?
Yeah, I can't really make it out. I see Battle Order, I'm Your Father, then something that I can't really make out.
Well, battle plan. Oh, he is playing it. Silence is golden.
Oh, interesting. Is this like a bunch of Sith probe droids?
I'm not going to spoil the surprise.
Fair enough.
And yeah, it's Silence is Golden V.
The droids are Destiny +1. You can take a droid you drew Destiny into hand. You can download Droid Workshop, Force Servitude, Incinerator, or Wooer. This is exciting.
Again, I'm not going to ruin the surprise for anybody. This deck is going to be very fun. I was surprised he decided to play that.
Someone's working with it. He's got a win in here, so.
But okay, let me go back and fix this again. Joker King, you don't want to play this. It's not map or court. Okay.
Joker King typecasted now.
He's always been typecasted ever since he beat Joe in the not this year's iteration of the Batmouse tournament, but it was like last year's. Okay. So got the Luke prize on at the okay, so I'm assuming Justin got out his Emperor's prize. Yep, he already did. And he's got the frozen Luke captive over there, so allows bring up for me to do stuff if Luke is not in, if your opponent doesn't play Luke.
Hold on, over and over again. Left side.
Mm-hmm. Okay, see him. He got the Emperor, and he has a sight out. Can't see what the sight is because the glare is in the way.
Got the bridge.
The bridge and
That's a really good start then.
incinerator.
Yeah.
It's the 1-0
Workshop, maybe?
Droid Workshop.
Emperor's Power also.
I mean, I know we just had, this is like 2 bring up before me's right in a row. I thought he was playing Shut Your Course, but this is going to be fun because it is a lot different than Kyle's.
So you had some white border cards in his hand. Were those droids of some sort?
I saw one droid. I thought it might be BB, whatever.
Was it the new BB?
The BB-9E.
He got Vader. He's got a couple Vaders.
Yeah.
Yeah, BB-9E
Yes,
is what,
that is BB-9E. It is a
With
white
these
border
7.
BB-9E.
it's the 7 with the droid card, right?
That's cool.
Silence is golden.
Yep.
So we can force lightning everything.
Yep. And then if you have like Lord Maul down, it makes it a 8.
Sounds fun.
Like it's a pretty fun deck. Okay. And he's got the Maul Sith Infiltrator. Now, if he can find Lord Maul, that would be really good. See if we have an update on standings. We do. Right now, our top 8, Brian Fred, who's undefeated, Greg Shaw, Charlie Arlinson, and Mike Kessel. So Charlie beat Mike. Jeff Levine is in 5th, followed by Joel Olson, Kyle Krieger, and AJ Hatum. AJ is the last member of the 5-2 club. Brad Reinhold is sitting at 4-3. He is our highest 4-3. Justin is playing with a lot of shiny cards in his hand. Going out and getting another. Looks like he's going in for another We Must Accelerate Our Plans.
That's the incinerator.
All right. It's a Vader.
And Vader to Jakku, yeah. With lightsaber. Looks like it's Darth Vader's lightsaber, the one from Death Star 2.
Interesting. Does that do anything in this matchup?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can add an SE to attrition.
Yeah.
Should be good against the speeders.
And the only thing is, it does not add to a force drain, though. Like I said, this is not your typical Kyle Kruger variant of Bring It Before Me.
Yeah, pretty good with the with all the 7s in the deck.
Okay, so according to what Garrett just posted, Brian Fred beat Greg Shaw.
Interesting.
So that would put Greg at 5-2.
I thought they scooped to each other. Or I thought one of those scooped to
Brian
the other.
Fred is his name's bolded in the chat. Or in the forums. Don't have there's no battle order or battle plan on the table yet, so we might see Joe be able to train for free. Yeah, Shaw scooped to be Fred. Brian Fred 8-0.
Wow. Nice job, Brian.
I mean, he did get 2 free wins in the last round. Yeah.
I think Greg probably scooped to Brian so they could be on opposite ends of the back bracket. That's my guess.
That's a good point.
They don't reshuffle the bracket tomorrow?
Well, it's the top 4 and the bottom 4.
Yeah.
So that'll keep them.
But they'll shuffle up like each of the top 4 and the bottom 4. Okay, there's a combined fleet action. Lorsa in second, and Rose coming down. James, yes, he was. I was going to say the Brian Fred. That's 2 top 8. The two top 8 finishes for Brian Fred. 1 at Endor and 1 here. Okay, so it looks like Chewie and Laura Santuca came down. Rose came down as well. And with that combined fleet action, Joe's not in a bad situation here. I mean, he's got a drain of 2 and 2 going and some retrieval.
I feel like he's gonna make him have to fight against him. Joe's not gonna initiate a fight here.
No. There's no real point to.
Just keep away.
Oh, come on. Chris, we know you completely intended that pun.
Well, he's not really swinging the same, right? He's throwing it.
Yeah. Well, you can swing it and then throw it.
That's true.
You can do both.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't get the
But
bonuses.
you can't throw it then swing it.
No, because the only problem with it is it goes to the loss pile. But I mean, with I Am Your Father, you just get it right back. So. You know what would make the Dark Side mains so much better? Introducing another Dark Jedi. Okay, so here he is paying the drain for 3. Joe has it's a hit. 4 long coming down.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Justin's in a good spot. What if the Dark Jedi is not from the movies, Chris? Not everybody has to be from the movies.
Maybe we'll get Darth Jar Jar after all this time.
If I ever get another V card design that's a main, I'll make Darth Jar Jar. Ezra's not there. Darth Batmouse. We already have a Darth Batmouse. Thank you, Phil.
BB9E to shut down the Rose.
I think I know what the token card of this game's going to be.
Is it BB9E?
I think so. Let's see how many times Justin draws it for Destiny.
A lot.
Do you know how many he's playing?
Yes.
Is that V-Thron? Does that shut off the AO?
It does.
That's good. It's a good card.
I mean, I also know how many copies of Lord Maul he's playing, too.
But a lot?
Yes.
That card's dope, so...
I mean, but the only thing is Justin's still going to take some damage with the 2 drains. He's going to be losing 2 in space and 2 in the ground. That was Kyle, James. Kyle. Ooh, Justin's peeling some big cards here. Losing that Grievous and the, but I think the biggest one though was Erica. Yeah, you did not want to lose the Erica and that right there. And I don't think Justin has any way of really getting her back, so. Now he really needs to fight. Okay, Joe's reserve deck. I guess you could go you could go Afra, put her on top, and then get her back with no escape. But I don't think Justin's playing her.
Not even to get back the BB9s.
Yeah, because I mean, he losing the Arca really hurt.
It doesn't look like he's got a very good hand either. I mean, looking at what he's got, more Vaders and stuff. Like, maybe that's a Kylo. I don't even know what he's going to possibly try to do.
Okay, there's a speeder. And Poe. So Joe takes a card off the top of his reserve deck, showing that he's got Lore Santeca on the table. I mean, Chris, you mean Joe has some way of dealing with it? Jericho King's all over the place right now in the chat. He's making some good points, but he's getting his people wrong. Either he's had one too many jokes, or he's just got a screw loose. Then again, I know he's got a screw loose because he's a Packers fan.
Ooh, shots fired.
I mean, the only two Packer fans that are in our community are Batmouse and Joker King. Uh-oh. I might have upset a few people here. Okay, so now Poe's down. So let's see what Justin's going to do. Okay, he does have a Sith probe droid in his hand. It's really not going to do much for him, though. Does pay to drain. There goes a layer resistance transport off the top. Joe also lost another card off the top. I did not see what it was, though.
Really don't like paying to drain here.
No.
Not going to do anything for you.
Yeah, he's using Silence is Golden, and we see a lot of glare.
Well, I saw one BB9.
Yeah.
I think I saw that too.
Only because it's white border.
Okay, Justin, we need you to fight like men here.
Yeah, I want to see some BB9s drawn for Destiny.
I know.
That's a good card.
There we go, new gun Ray.
Very
Okay.
well.
Hopefully
That's a good start.
a Maul to follow this up.
Yeah.
I don't think he has them all. I think he's got a Kylo.
I mean, he's still going to be able to draw 2 Destiny, though.
He just fought by himself with Newt Gunray.
Well, he gets a Destiny from Emperor's
Oh,
Power.
there's a Gick. So he cancels the react with Finn. So even if Joe had the Destiny out of there, he's not going to be able to use it. So it looks like Joe might actually like lose some stuff here. Okay, 5 off the top to the Emperor's Power.
There it is.
There you go.
7.
We got a reader.
Yep. Read it, Joe. I mean, Joe's gonna reduce it.
He follows it up with a 5.
And a 5.
And a 5.
Yeah. Joe draws a 4 and a 1. So stack a card, Mr. Joe Olson.
So he gets to take the droid into hand too, right? Because the silence is golden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have a way to put it back? Does he have Forlom out?
Yep.
Forlom,
Nice.
kind of over by the stack of cards on the left.
I gotcha. Right above the Emperor. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Dorsch. Admiral, that's the virtual Thrawn. So the Admiral's order is suspended.
Oh. So that's cool. So he picks up the droids and he gets to put them back and
Yep.
keep going with them.
Did he stack a card?
Where is his?
Yeah.
Where is the effect?
Right in front. He's got it like right over the 20. So Joe didn't stack a card.
Did they like tie in the power? Because
so Joe drew a 1 and a
4, I think.
4, so that's 5. The
Speeder is 5, right?
speeder is 5.
And
Oh,
Poe's
that's
3.
3.
So 13 to 6.5 plus 5. That's 11. Yeah. Genry only has 3 power.
Yeah, and then he subtracted 2, so Joe might have won the battle and lost
Yeah.
all the stuff.
I don't know, but still getting rid of Poe, that's not a bad move right there.
It's pretty good with a single nuke gun ready to do that.
Yeah. Thank you, Phil.
But yeah, I guess the decimal does come into play with the power
Yeah.
calculations. That's kind of funny.
Just wait till Joe draws a BB-8 for a Destiny, and then we get like 13.8 to 12.5 or something.
I hope they got some TI-89 calculators over there.
Oh, God. That would be great. Mike, did you create Gunray?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've never used it in a deck ever, but someday.
Well, here's your deck, man. Look at all these BB9s.
It's pretty sweet. Looks like Justin finally drew them all.
We see Jen come down to Vader's site. Joe's just pretty happy stacking here at the 2-2.
Yeah.
Does Justin have space in his deck?
Yes.
Okay.
He
Like
has
all-
one of the pieces in his hand.
Maul's Infiltrator?
So I wouldn't be surprised to see Justin come down with Maul's Infiltrator here soon. I mean, with just Ray and Calrissian up there. And I don't think Joe has a barrier in his hand. I didn't see one.
He drew one in his opening hand.
Okay.
I might still have it. He also had
Admiral-
projection in his opening hand, and he never needed to use it.
Yeah. Admiral Radis coming down. So now he's got the chance, the possibility of a rebel leadership. I'm going to check something really quick. Yes, he did keep. I hope he kept it in there because there's a surprise card that might actually help him out a lot. And I'd be shocked to see Joe realize it.
Even more surprises? I don't know how many I can take, man.
Oh, there's a lot. There's some. Like I said, this deck is fun. I wanted to play it on Gemp really, really bad, but I can't. I couldn't. I'd really like to see Justin get out to the Forced Servitude, because then he can just start getting those droids to the Lost Pile to start negating some of the damage. Joe can't retrieve.
Why not?
BB9E.
9.
Oh. Good catch.
Come on, Joe.
He's taking one back from his game with Greg.
They both did so much wrong.
I think he used Walkling to retrieve.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, Walkling's not on the table.
Yeah, they're walking upside down over by the objective.
Okay.
Didn't Justin pull blast door controls?
No, I think he lost it at some point.
I remember seeing it, but I don't remember where.
Okay, Kylo going down to the incinerator. This is good.
Forced servitude on the system.
Yep. Here we go.
Is this cloaking? It looks like.
I don't. Yeah, he cloaked. So he used the Forced Servitude to pay 2 for the cloak by throwing the droid to the Lost Pile.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I love it.
That's cool.
And here's the best part. What does the Dark Side Incinerator say?
But you can like retrieve the droid, right?
Yep. And it's a drain -1 site for the light side.
Looks like it's sweet.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So yeah, it says if you're controlled during your control phase, you may use 2 force to retrieve 1 droid.
And Old Allies doesn't play anything to deal with the cloaking Maul ship, right?
Nope.
Like at all.
Yeah. Joker King, it really doesn't at this point. So, and the reason is all Justin has to do is lose 1 droid to the drain.
Yeah, so he's losing 2 droids every turn.
Yeah.
He's retrieving 1 with the incinerator.
Yep.
So really, Joe's only doing 1 damage.
Exactly.
But I guess Justin's not doing any
Justin's
damage.
doing nothing. Justin needs to figure out a way.
He's draining for the incinerator for 1.
For 1.
And I mean, hopefully they catch the fact that BB9E is turning off bros.
I think they have, because that other retrieval was just the Walkling.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin just really needs to find an answer for Jin. And I think this game is in his favor.
Yeah.
What a combo. Cloaked Maul with Force Servitude at the system. I love it. Does he play much anger in him? Because that'd be pretty sick here too.
card I haven't seen in a long time.
I guess you'll just have to wait and see.
Not like a yes to me.
Like I said, this deck is sweet.
Alright, so Joe grabs accelerate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so taking back the grab. Got another reader.
Yep.
Actually, use the Sith Probe droid.
And Joe should lose one here to the drain at the incinerator.
I think he did. I think he lost that.
The combined fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. He does need to find an answer for Jin.
There's the blast door controls.
So he did have
Yep.
it, but I guess he
What
wasn't
did he
planning
just
on.
deploy?
He wasn't battling before, and now he is going to battle. Who was that? Was
gonna
that
be fun.
is that Pride?
Yep.
Pretty big. So that's 3 Destiny he'll get?
I don't think he's gonna. He's only got 2 cards left in his reserve deck, so I don't think he's gonna play it. Lose a card with the Emperor's Power.
So since the react, it lost the droid for the
So for the 2.
for the 2.
Now the only problem. Okay, so he did battle, but he's only got 1 card left in his reserve deck, though.
You sure it's 1 card?
Sure looks like it.
I wonder if he plays like a Dark Light.
There's a short range combo.
Oh yeah, so that's
Yes, he does. That was the other surprise card. So again, a lot of Justin expected a lot of people to be able to like, oh, I'm just going to rebel leadership you up in space.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they put the short range. He put the short range combo in to get around that.
So like maneuver 5 or 6?
Yeah. Like I said, this deck is sweet. That too. That too. 100% Dorsch. So with no Finn up there, Joe can't get out his Destiny Adder.
we're gonna spin for a 5 and then hopefully draw a 7 that's on top of his deck.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. BB9E is the answer to Jin.
Oh, right.
Believe me, he knows. He knows. So
you have to
there's
choose,
the leadership.
You have
Huh?
to choose between canceling Rose's game text and breaking cover.
Yeah. Yep, there's the spin.
And the 7.
I mean, it becomes a 5, but still.
But does Pride adds to attrition, right?
Yes. So he essentially drew 2 5s there plus attrition of a lot.
It's a 13 attrition from Pride.
And Maul adds. Maul adds to the 7, so it becomes an 8 reduced down to 6.
Yeah. Doesn't Pride add 3 because there's a
Because the Emperor's on the
Oh.
table?
it's just first order characters, never mind. I was thinking resistance characters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's still +1 though.
So that's Ray and Calrissian.
And Justin didn't have to lose a thing.
And Joe has nowhere to go besides landing.
Yep.
So Joe's adjusting in his chair here a little bit. I wonder if he's feeling the pressure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think he is sitting very well right now because there's another BB-9E.
It certainly feels like the walls are closing in.
I'm not even sure why Justin cloaked there. Like, why would Joe want to fight that again? I wouldn't even bother cloaking at this point.
Because he's then going to retrieve the droid next turn. So it gets another card back into his life force.
It's probably better safe than sorry against old allies.
Yeah.
It's only one card.
But Phil, even if that case, though, even if Joe comes back with ships, Justin's just going to cloak. So, like I was saying, like Justin losing Erica to that one drain really hurt him because he could have sat her over at the incinerator and then just retrieved with her and the droid.
I'm glad this is our final match because it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm so glad I thought, like I said, I thought he was playing the Set Your Course, but the fact that he's playing this makes me happy.
Really good deck building of Justin Smart.
Okay, so Charlie Arlinson and Mike Kessel have won. That means that both of them most likely will be in the top 8. Matt Wadden beat Adam Schellberg. Matt Lutz beat Eric Nelson. And looks like we did have a bye this round.
So do allies making up half the top 8 once again?
Well, they're at 3 right now. Actually, 4 with Greg.
Yeah, Greg.
So yeah, they made... Wow. Half the top 8 is new allies.
Aren't they like half the tournament, too?
No.
I saw at least, 5? 6?
I think there were 6 there.
Yeah. Because Matt Lotz and Matt Scott are sitting in a weird position. Okay, so Solo came down, Ray's there, and I can't tell who the other character is.
I think Solo.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, Solo, Ray, Radis, and then another person.
Oh, Poe.
Oh, okay. See, this is why he cloaked.
Yeah, Jay, we're gonna have to split off into splinter groups.
Wow. Dorsch with the rough comment. Looks like Justin's only got like 9 cards in Life Force right now, though.
That's what I counted too. You just activated everything.
Yeah. Justin's playing Bring It Before Me. So he does retrieve the droid. And it's going to be interesting to see what Joe has in Life Force, though. Okay. Count Dooku coming down. Okay. That should put some pressure on Joe. Yep, there's a droid to the drain. Or droid to the cloak, I should say. Sorry. Look at all those high destinies in a mall.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see what his average destiny is in this deck. Was that a droid off the top?
Mm-hmm.
I think you just play Leia Rebel Princess. That's a big help here.
It's interesting. I feel like the glare has moved. Really, Justin's just losing one force and Joe's losing one force, right? That's what we determined.
I mean, now that Dooku's down.
Yeah, but Joe just played Leia Rebel Princess. Yeah, the question is, does he try to just drain through Leia?
I mean, I kind of think you have to. Like, I agree with Joker King in the chat.
I feel like you have to.
Yep.
Yeah, because once that's done with, then you're ahead in the damage race.
Exactly.
So Asajj is going to move over to the, especially now, with one of these guys moving over to the race hut.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Phil, but I mean, if Justin can put out more guys like he just did, now he should be able to advance in the drain race. But yeah, having Jin down is really good.
So I guess Justin didn't
Joe's had him down for a lot this, like the most of the entire game.
It looks like Justin did not have enough force to move one of his characters into the race hut.
Yeah, Justin's just unfortunately Justin's just running out of characters at this point.
He's only had like 8 cards in his whole deck for a while.
Yeah.
Well, he's got
and really no way to increase that.
He's got 2 mauls in his hand that he could probably just ditch at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's really going to get another opportunity to play those.
I don't know why he's peeling off the top.
Was it a droid? Because you probably knew there was a droid on top.
Well, he lost. He lost 2 there.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, and Justin doesn't have the characters to come down with against Finn. I mean, I know it's a drain of 1, but it's a drain of 2. If Joe has 10 cards in his loss pile, it will be a drain of 2 there. A little bit of backup.
I get that he was hoping for a droid, but you got multiple mauls in your hand, just lose those instead.
Yeah.
Especially when you like 6 cards in your deck. That's it.
Oh, for a second there, I thought it was the handshake.
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Wow. Joe Olson will win. You know what? This is funny. We had Joe on at Worlds. He needed to win to get in. Last game. We have Joe on at Nationals. Last game, he needs to win to get in.
Well, we might see a repeat.
We might. Like, it looks like, I mean, well played by Joe. But like I said, what the big thing was that really hurt Justin was losing that Erica off the top really early. And then not having any way of getting her back.
Yeah, and then no way to kill Jin. Hurt bad.
I mean, the way that you get rid of Jin is the BB9E, but the BB9 has to go to the loss or to the use pile.
Yeah.
So, but okay, well played by Joe. That win will move Joe to 5-2, so he'll be 6-2. So,
Yeah, really well played by Joe there. It seemed like an unknown quantity that he was playing against. It seemed like he really knew what Justin's deck was capable of. So,
okay, checking out some of the other ones. We saw Brian Fred win over Greg Shaw. Charlie beat Kyle Kruger. Mike Kessling over Logan Petigue. Matt Wadden over Adam Shellberg. Casey over Cal Aldred. Mark Walseth over Kendall Hallman. So Kendall Hallman loses with his dark side. I believe he went 1-3 with it. So, and then Matt Lutz beats Eric Nelson. Brandon Nguyen over Jack Erickson Schultz. And we did have a bye that this round, so.
yeah, we'll see how this top 8 shakes out.
Looks like it's going to be pretty good. Some really good players made it.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting.
You get a couple of the guys who are really, really good that have won a major before, right? You got Kessling, you got Charlie.
Brad Reinhold beats Matt Scott. So that keeps Brad's hopes alive a little bit. But again, he is going in as a 5-3.
So who are? Do we know who all the 5 and 3s are?
Good question. Currently, the 5-3. So Brian Fred is 8-0. Charlie is 7-1. Greg is 6-2. Kyle is going to be 5-3. The winner of Jeff versus AJ will be 6-2. So the loser will be 5-3. Matt Scott ends up at 4-4. Matt Wadden ends up at 5-3. Casey ends up at 5-3. So those guys. So right now it looks like Brian, Fred, Greg Shaw, Charlie, Mike Kessling are all in. Joe Olson will be has a possibility of getting in. And then it really comes down to this AJ versus Jeff Levine game.
Yeah, so the winner of that
is in, and I want to say it's going to allow Brad Reinhold to get in, because going into this he was like the highest 5-3. So he's got probably the best strength of schedule, being that he played against Brian Fred twice, he played against AJ, and he's played against a lot of the better known players, or the top players.
What about with Jeff Levine though?
If Jeff wins, he's going to be a 6-2.
what if he loses?
He'd be 5-3.
So he would be in
So-
contention with Brad.
Brad and AJ and Jeff are the it comes down to them for the eighth. So Brad, it goes Brian, Fred, Greg, Charlie, Mike, Joe. So there's 5. Wait, no. Brian, Greg, Charlie, Mike, Joe. So that's 5 right there. The winner of Jeff and AJ will be 6. So we might have 2 5-3s.
So probably the loser of that match will make it, and Brad is my guess.
It's a pretty good top 8.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
good
really
top 8.
solid top 8. I mean, if you look at it right now, Brian Fred came off a really good showing at Endor. He came in as a top 4. Greg had a good showing at Worlds. He made a top 8. Losing to Joe Olson. I mean, there's nothing wrong there. Charlie, top 8 or top 4 at the NPC. Top 8 last year at Nationals. Joe, what haven't we said about Joe Olson at this point? Mike Kessling, great showing at Nationals last year, great showing at the NPC. And then Brad Reinhold, good showing at the Endo Grand Prix. So, and Jeff winning the Endo Grand Prix. AJ, I don't know who he is. I don't know a lot about him. So, I think he's a local Minnesota guy, but I could be wrong.
I think you're right. I think a lot of people are also saying that he's pretty good. So
there it is. Jeff Levine beat AJ Hatum.
So Jeff's definitely in. AJ might still be in.
Yeah. So right now we are waiting on 1, 2, 3. We have 4 games left. We're waiting on the Carl Koenig versus Ming Hao game, Stephen Fulner versus Corey Lauer, Tang Lee versus Dan Drentlaw, and William Will versus Max Freeman. So, he's a local kid. Yeah, he played really well. Like, I think is this his first major? If you can, thank you, Mike. Mike, are you done?
Just step away for a minute.
Okay. So, yeah, if this was his first tournament, I mean, he did really well. He played, it looks like a really put together, like a nice little let the Wookiee win mains type of a deck. So, but we'll see what happens.
Do you think we'll see anything, any spice tomorrow?
No, that was in the, that's Legacy era.
Thank God it's in the Legacy era.
Yeah.
I think we'll see more interesting stuff tomorrow for them.
Yeah. I don't know, like, looking at this top 8, I think I could see, like, Charlie going with a QMC. I could see him also sticking with what he played today with what OA. I assume Mike Kessling is going to play OA just because he knows the deck really well. Joe could bring out anything at this point.
I feel like Fred can too.
Yeah. But I think you're right there.
I think Brian usually switches it up on day 3.
Yeah, because I know at Endor for Darkseid he played Verge for day 1, and he played CCT for day 2.
There's actually, it's funny that you say that, Mike, because if you listen to our next podcast with us interviewing Mike Kessling, there's a story about Brian Fred and switching decks on day 2. It's a pretty funny story.
Cool.
So stay tuned for that.
Oh yes, so the token was BB9E. Let's give away some packs here really quick. Let's give away some of those some Gemp foil packs and AI cards really quick because we've only given away 4. So, Jeremy, you got any questions? Like trivia questions or anything?
I don't think so. You got anything, Mike?
I'll have to think about something.
Okay.
Let me look up. I'm gonna reach back to.
Okay, hold on. Here's one. Chris Kelly said this in the chat. Name me one card each of us have designed. Name me one card myself, Mike Pistone, and Jeremy DePaulo have credit for designing. It's in the chat. I'll tell you that right now. Dang it, Chris.
He knew it a half hour ago. He still knows.
I know. I was hoping he would be like, oh, yeah, somebody else can win this because I'm an advocate, but no. You're going to get Jemp AI pack, Chris.
I got a good question here.
Okay.
Name 2 people that made this top 8 that also made last year's top 8.
That's a good one.
Or 3 people. Sorry, it's actually
There's
3
3.
people.
I would say, yeah, name the 3 people who made this year's top 8 and last year's. Chris, you're abstained from winning.
There's a third one.
Yeah, who's the third one?
And potentially a fourth one.
Who's the fourth?
It's potentially a fourth one. We don't know how the things are going to break for.
No. E Scrapper, you got it. E Scrapper,
Yes.
who are you?
Kyle was the potential fourth. We'll see if he. I'm not sure if he's.
Did he make it last year?
Today. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Mike, what you got? Anything?
I'm bad at this stuff. Let's see if I can come up with something.
Is that your forum name? E Scrapper? Okay. Gonna give away 2 more.
I can come up with a question, but keep going.
Okay. If you've won. Okay, here's one. Who is the last person besides Joe Olson to win nationals? And it has to be nationals. No, Charlie has never won. Jedi Jer wins. And either of you guys got one last one to round out our 8th?
I got depends if you actually know the answer to this, Dan. I'd love to ask how many BB9Es were in Justin's deck list.
I know the answer. Yeah, that's
you know
a good
the answer.
one.
So see who can get the closest. Who can get that right?
Yeah.
My guess is 6.
You can only put one answer in.
It's 9.
Okay, we got it already.
How many was it?
5.
Scrapper coming in with all the wins here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got some more results. We got Beef Red, Charlie, Jeff, Joe Olson, Mike Hessling, Brad. Looks like Matt Wadden won, Casey won, Walseth won, Carl won, Corey won, Matt Lutz won, Tang Lee won, Brian Wynn, Julian Berg, and William Seneca. So we have all the results from
We
round
do.
8. Yep.
Awesome. So we should get knowledge on who our top 8 are here momentarily. Really quick, because E-Scrapper has already won more, we're going to do 2 more questions. If you have won something you cannot answer. So we'll do 2 more questions, and if you won something you cannot answer. I'm sorry, Mike. Trying to give out as much as I can to everybody. Who won nationals back in 2017? And where was it? Give you a hint, it was not me, and you spelled my name wrong.
Is that the one I had to hitchhike to?
I don't know.
There's one Nats I had to do that for. I gave up the Grievous shirts that year, which was excellent because my luggage.
Okay, Wolfman, you got it correct. The city. And yep, Wolfman, you got it.
That was a fun event. I remember that one.
I think that is the one I had to hitchhike to.
That's great.
Our flight got rerouted, and I know that they gave away the Grievous shirt that year because I didn't have my my laundry because it hadn't made it on the plane.
Okay, one last question. Jeremy, you got something?
Well, I didn't know I had to come up with another one.
Okay. Pull up a year. Okay. Oh, I got one. Okay, last one. Who won nationals in 2014? And again, if you've won before, you cannot win again. Let's give some other people some a chance. Okay. Actually, you know what? No, we're not going to go with that one.
Was it Kevin Shannon?
I don't remember, and it's not on the forum. Okay, last question. Here we go. Who won the name me the winner of the San Diego Grand Prix from 2015? Final question of the night. You got it, Z Halion. Okay, we have our top 8. Is everyone ready? Okay. How do you guys want to do this? Top to bottom or bottom to top? Oh, and Joe Olson won. So, Zeke Halion, who are you? What's your name? Really quick. Or what's your form handle? One of the two would work. But our top 8. Okay, thank you. In first place, how many people were surprised by this? Going undefeated today, Brian Fred. In second place, going 7-1, Charlie Arlinson. In third place, going 6-2, Greg Shaw. In fourth place, also going 6-2, Mike Kessling. In fifth place, going 6-2, Jeff Levine. In sixth place, going 6-2, Joe Olson. In seventh place, going 5-3, Brad Reinhold. And the last member of our top 8, going 5-3, with an SOA or SO strength of schedule of 74, Matt Wadden.
Matt Wadden sneaking in there, huh?
Yeah. Kyle Kruger had the next highest the next one at 70.
What was AJ's?
66.
Close.
Yeah. The 5-3s were Brad Reinhold, Matt Wadden, Kyle Kruger, AJ, and Casey.
Man, what a stacked top 8, though, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's really good.
Do you have any predictions?
Okay, I'm the kiss of death. So, Joe Olson. No.
I picked Fred
man.
and Kessling on my fantasy team. I think Fred's going to win the whole thing.
I had Kessling, Brad, and Jeff on mine.
There you go.
Like, I literally just followed the Batmouse train of thought. Pick 3 players in the top 8. Actually, yeah, I'll go on to the fantasy here, and I'll figure out who actually has people in the top 8, and we'll post those later. But I'll tell you what. First of all, when half the top 8 and the top 4 are new allies, they're not going to have to play each other.
Nope.
Like, they're not going to, like, Brian Fred isn't going to have to play Greg Shaw. Like, he might have to play Mike Kessling, but they don't have to play each other in the first round. So if they win, they're like you guys. Yeah,
They all play the bottom four, right?
yeah,
Yeah, they could all advance to top 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what happened though? Are you just gonna like split it?
I don't
I
know.
hope
They'll
not. I
probably
hope
play
they
it out.
play.
I hope not. I mean,
probably
because
play it
I will
out.
say this though: the only two of you guys who've won majors are Brian, Fred, and Greg. So the fact that like Charlie and Mike haven't won, I mean, that's in the back of the head. Now, I will say this though: out of the people that have made and won a major, like there's only 4 people who have won a major in the field, and they're all in the top 8. B. Fred, Greg, Joe, and Jeff Levine.
That's how they're good players.
Yeah. So there you had it, everybody. Our top 8 for nationals. So again, tomorrow everything starts at 10 a.m. Minnesota time. So 11 on the East Coast and 8 on the West Coast. So make sure you guys get up and watch it. As for who's going to be streaming tomorrow, Jeremy, are you available?
I'll be there.
Okay, so at least Jeremy will be there. I might be available tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. Mike?
Maybe. Depends on when my son's napping and stuff.
Okay. But again, thank you to everybody who watched today. Thank you to Bill Kafer and Jeremy Gardner, Mike Pistone, and Jeremy for joining us today doing streaming. It has been a great time. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks to the PC for running this thing. So I guess until tomorrow, we'll all see you guys later. Take care.
Always a blast.
So everybody take care. Have a good night. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.